Hey guys, welcome in. Today we're diving into Volume 7 of Viewer Comments. This is by far my favorite series here on the channel. I love really getting to interact with you guys, especially the OU fans who will tell you they're over Lincoln Riley leaving them, yet they still continue to stalk this channel. So stay tuned for the Bozo OU Fan of the Week. But before we get into it today guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help support the channel in an even bigger way, you can do so over on my Patreon for only $1 a month. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so first up today we have Nathaniel Collins asking, first, love the content, thank you Nathaniel, but what do you think about Montana Lamonius Craig coming to USC? He is from Inglewood and would join up with Caleb Williams for way better production. I know we have an already stacked wideout room, but just a thought. Okay, so I really like him as a player. Great hands, great at tracking the ball, he's a big play threat. I just think that our wideout room is too talented to warrant adding him. Now, if we're talking Keon Coleman from Michigan State, that's a different story. I'd be fully on board for that, as that's a body type we don't have in that room. But I feel like we have multiple players that are very similar to Montana. But having said that, I can't wait to see where he goes. I'm happy he's out of that Colorado program. A lot of weird energy in Boulder right now. Next, we have my guy Trevor saying, punching my ticket for the Jamil bandwagon, smart move. Will be interesting to see how the personnel impacts the D philosophy. Will we continue to play for high-risk turnovers or rely on a more fundamental approach to let the O pull away? Or will the improved front seven just enhance that turnover philosophy? So great points and great question here. I really see this from two lenses. Alex Grinch's DNA, his core values are playing aggressive and causing turnovers. That's who he is, that's what he does. I don't think he's going to change that part of his defense, but at the same time, he will be able to just let that defensive line create. When you get a consistent pass rush, that fixes a lot of issues. That in itself will cause more turnovers like you alluded to at the end there, but I don't think the defense will have to be as complex or gimmicky this year. Alright, thanks Trevor. Next up we have Jerry Ramirez asking, great video, thanks Jerry. Maybe I missed it, but hasn't there been good reports on Devin Tompkins' progress as well? Yeah, so Devin Tompkins recently made the switch from edge to defensive end, and he's put on some good weight as well, and I think that's by far the best spot for him. Remember, this is a guy that really only played a year of high school football. He was as raw as they come as he came into USC, but the strength and athleticism are both there, and all reports out of spring ball were that he is starting to really put things together and take that next step. I think he has a real chance to be a contributor over the next few years, but if he comes into fall camp this year and hits the ground running, he could see some action this year. Alright, so we got one super thanks this week, and it was from my man Dubin Finley. Hope I'm pronouncing that correct. But really, thank you so much for the support, man. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this is above and beyond support, so don't feel like you have to do this, but if you do, I will always feature it in the Monday viewer comment video. So thanks again, Dubin. Alright, it is now time for everyone's favorite segment on this channel, the Bozo OU Fan of the Week. Alright, this week's winner is a fellow by the name of Billy Jack Buzzard, who says, 11 championships? You have 2 from decades ago, and you're the third best team in the weakest conference. Your state and your government are the laughingstock of America, outside Chicago. Kids move to California to get high. Drugs, that's your best selling point. Oh god. So what we have here is yet another failure of the Oklahoma educational system. I mean, I thought most OU fans could at least count to 20, but here old Billy Jack can't even get up to 11. 1928, 1931, 1932, 1939, 1962, 1967, 1972, 1974, 1978, 2003, and 2004. Alright Billy Jack, so take as long as you need to. Go ahead and count those up and tell me what you come up with. Get out your little crayon and your little piece of paper, write it down and add it up. Tell me how many championships that is. And that last part is so true. When I moved to California when I was 5 years old, that's what my goal was. And old Billy Jack here clearly isn't obsessed with USC. He then goes on to say, didn't you woke fighters lose to Tulane? Buddy, you spend way too much time on Twitter. Get out and travel. See places for yourself instead of just regurgitating the BS you hear on Twitter. You know, it's really funny because those are the same people that will tell you they're completely over Lincoln leaving and USC is an irrelevant program, yet they seek out every USC page out there and just spew their negativity at everybody. You hate to see it, but we move on. Next we have Andy Gause. Again, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. But he says, it's disappointing hearing commentators I normally respect like the Cover 3 guys and Joel Klatt essentially dismiss the revamped defense. I can't wait to see how surprised they will be when we can actually stop the run and don't have Shane Lee getting smoked in Space Hall game. And adding on to that, we have Trevor saying Klatt is usually fair, but I wonder if he's wearing prime tinted glasses these days and doesn't want good news at SC to steal any momentum in Boulder. So I completely agree with you guys. Ever since the Cotton Bowl, Klatt says a lot more negative things about us than positive. He hasn't given us any credit for the defensive additions we've made. Meanwhile, he says Colorado is at a minimum going to win 6 games. I think Vegas currently has their win total at 3, so he's way off there. It's weird, but I think you may be onto something, Trevor. Literally, as I'm editing this video, Joel Klatt put out his 2024 mock draft, and he has Caleb Williams going number 2 behind Marvin Harrison Jr. Everybody thinks Caleb is going number 1 overall, except for Klatt. You can't make this shit up. He has been my favorite and most trusted voice in college football for some time now, but things have changed with him this offseason. Every chance he has to say our defense was bad, he takes it, even if it adds nothing to the conversation. Listen to these 2 remarks he made at the NFL draft. The first one is from when Thule got picked, and the second one is from when Mekhi Blackman got picked.
For their defensive coordinator, Alex Grinch, and by the way, that was not a great defense, so the tape was tough to watch, except for when Thule was in the backfield. You know, that defense just never quite gelled.
So yeah, that adds nothing to the analysis. Before Klatt started talking on both of those clips, Daniel Jeremiah did a phenomenal job breaking down the players, which is probably what you should do at the NFL draft. And it was just us. I mean, he made no mention of Oregon's horrible defense when Gonzalez went. Just us. It's strange, and it's really made me look elsewhere for a national voice. JD Piquel over at On3 is the best in the business in my opinion, so feel free to check him out if you're looking for a national perspective. Alright, and last up for today, we have my guy Superfire saying, I just want to talk about how much you have grown. I've been here since the Ray Leak video, and I mean you maybe got 1 comment and now you have 50. Congrats, man. Also, are you going to do a new prediction of the season? Because I think with Bear and other transfers, that may change the season for us. Let me know and fight on. Alright, so when I saw this comment, I really looked back and just remembered uploading those first few videos, waiting for the first comment to pop up, just hoping someone would watch. But what this has turned into is just incredible. Thank you all so much for viewing and supporting the channel. Reading your guys' comments really makes my day. Having said that, I do not recommend you go back and watch those old videos. They were pretty rough. As for the prediction, I did predict USC to go 11-1 in my schedule reaction video a while back, with the only loss coming against Washington. But yeah, I am going to release an updated prediction video a little bit before fall camp starts. But thanks so much for the comment, man. And thanks for sticking around despite those really bad early videos. Alright guys, that is all the comments and questions we have for this week. Remember, we do these every Monday, so feel free to shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram, or just simply leave a comment on any of my videos throughout the week, and I'll do my best to feature your comment in the next video. Alright, but just an update for tomorrow, the portal is closed now, although there's still some interesting players in there, so I will have a portal roundup video tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that if you want all the latest with the transfer portal. But having said all of that, thank you so much for being here today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for the support. You guys are all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.